Hello, my name is Tyler Malone, and this is my final project for Colorado State University's course CS214 Software Development. So over the course of this past semester, we built a series of apps where the theme had to do with songs and ratings. And later on, we added a user component, and we performed similarity calculations to predict empty user ratings, and we ended off the semester with performing k-means clustering. So following that idea, I decided to build a playlist builder / song discovery web app, and it's hosted online. So let's go do a run through real quick. So we'll start off by hitting this button to make a new playlist, and we're going to search and select up to 5 songs here. So I'm going to make it quick. Select 5 songs, and then we're going to hit the next button. Now we're going to select a couple of genres here. So same thing, 1 to 5 genres. I'm just going to make it quick and select 1 and then hit the start calculation button. So what's happening here is those songs that you selected are serving as the initial centroids in the k-means clustering process. Now let's talk about those songs. In Spotify's API, each one of those songs has lots of data attached to it. Now I was only concerned with these 10 features here. They're all numerical. I can normalize them to the same scale and use them effectively. So when you were selecting the genres earlier, tied to each one of those genres is a characteristic feature array. You could kind of imagine it would be like the average song of that genre's features, you could imagine. So each one of your genre selections is averaged into an average characteristic feature array, and then that's normalized in such a way that it can be used as a weight vector to influence all the distance calculations in the k-means clustering process. So the genres that you select will influence the songs that end up in your clusters. So that's pretty cool. So that wraps up what this app does. Let's talk about some errors. So error number 1, I was making way too many API requests to Spotify in the beginning. So my initial idea was to get lots of random songs for an initial a population for the k-means process, and I was getting too many response codes, so like bad response codes from Spotify. So I had to cut down initially that population to 100, and as you can imagine, that didn't produce very meaningful clustering results with just 100 songs. It was pretty much random. So I opted to use a data set. I have a data set with 114,000 songs. It has all the feature information, so I can do all the calculations, and I don't even need to request any album art or track names or anything until after the k-means clustering process. So that was the way to go. Let's talk about the second error. The second error might be something you notice. So we can have one song be 2 separate tracks and 2 different albums like we have here. And for the search results, it's no big deal. But when it comes to the cluster results, it is an issue because, as you saw earlier, I have allocated only 10 spots for each of these clusters. So initially there's a lot more than just 10 songs in this cluster, but I chose to take just the top closest 10 to the centroid. But the problem is with these duplicate tracks is they're wasting space up here. So that's something I need to fix in the future. I'm still working on that. And the final error has to do with genre selection. So if we just blow through here real quick. For instance, if I search country, yes, all the results have country in them, which is great, but the one that matches the query exactly is way down here. That's a problem. And it's even worse for genres like rock. Look how far down I have to go just to select rock. So again, that's something I need to fix. That's something I noticed near the end, so time crunch issue. But that wraps up what I have to say about the app. I will say that I think I would have gotten better playlist results if I used something like k-nearest neighbors, but I do like the k-means clustering for song discovery, because you'll see that you have songs that have different languages, different genres, but they kind of have the same vibe for lack of a better word. So it's good for finding songs you've never heard before. So with that said, thank you for listening and have a good summer.